All right, so a lot of people want to know, as an openly bisexual man, how am I attracted to cis women, which is biologically born women, men, and trans women, which are men or which are women who were born women, or which are people who were born women or intersex but have identified now and transitioned as a man, but still has a vagina. Okay, so oh, and also, how am I attracted to them? But I'm not attracted to femboys or feminine or trans women, which are men, which were born male, identify as women, transition to women. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer this. It's been a long awaited. It's been a long awaited question, and I just had never got around to it because I thought that it was pretty much, I've already said it before, but I haven't really addressed it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know what it is. All right. So, all right. So here's what it is. Honestly, when I thought about this, y'all, I couldn't really come up with a clear answer, but I'm gonna give y'all it straight out without censoring my words. Okay. So basically, being attracted to women came about early in age, just from growing up as a kid. Always like, I always had crushes on girls. I always like kissing girls. I always like, like everything with girls. You know what I'm saying? And then I met, I got a crush. The first time I got attracted to a boy, besides with my first, which was Frank, which I told y'all about that. I never had an attraction to nobody, but he ended up like turning me on. And now, as time went on, I developed more attraction to women or to girls, and I did not mess with dudes because I was trying to block out the sexuality thing. All right. However, after a while, it wasn't even a need to block it out because I definitely just was only attracted to the girl that I was with. Like, that's what it is with me as a bisexual. I don't know about most bisexuals, but I don't need both sexes at the same time. I need my person, and whoever I'm with, that is who I'm only thinking about, infatuated over, in love with, all of that. All right. So, all the like, that's why I be trying to explain to women that dating every bisexual man does not automatically mean that he's gonna like other dudes. It means that he just has the ability to go either way. Just like versatile dudes. They may be versed with some dudes all the time, and then they got some dudes they just bottom for, some dudes they just top for. And then they may get in a relationship and do only what that relationship partner requires of them to do. So it's kind of like that. It just makes me more versatile, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna cheat. You know what I'm saying? A cheater is a cheater, y'all. It doesn't matter what their sexuality is. Okay, so that's one. Now, after that, trans men didn't come about until like within the last few years, honestly, and that's when you got to hear more about them. And then when I seen them, but I also would see studs, and I'd be like, damn, like she be looking good, like I would smash her. But studs don't go for dudes like that. Like they may, but it's rare. You know what I'm saying? So if you bisexual and you already attracted to men and women, when you see a person like with a woman that looks like a man, but she can act like a man, look like a man, dress like a man, everything, but then she has a vagina, it's just so intriguing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how else to put it. I'm just telling y'all what it is. I'm not censoring my words, like I said. So that's one thing I don't be getting about trans men, how they get upset and offended about us liking them for what they are and then call it fetishizing them. But that is your bonus. That is what makes you supernatural. Like, it's like trans men and trans women, they argue about different stuff in the same way, because trans men don't want to be fetishized, but trans women, they like the fact that they can pass as a woman but still have the equipment as a man. And that's the same thing that we're looking for in trans women. So I mean trans men. So I don't understand what the problem is about that, but that's a whole nother thing. But yeah. So trans men, the attraction of trans men became just from like seeing studs, can't do them most of the time. And then when you find a dude and he has like you see a dude and he looks like a dude, like a straight up dude, and then he has a vagina, that shit is intriguing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, what's up with that? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's just like it seems like the best of both worlds all in one, if they can still have a baby. You know what I'm saying? And then if they're a trans man top, that I'm sorry, but that I think that gotta suck because like that's even worse than being. I feel like that's like when you don't have the equipment to perform what you trying to do, that gotta suck. But anyway, I'm just speaking my mind, all right? So where I think with trans women, where they fall off for me and fem boys is that okay, with fem boys where they fall off with me is that when I go for a boy, when I go for a man, I want to go for a masculine aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? Like now they can have I want them to have femininity inside and I don't mind the femininity being in their voice and the femininity being like in their ways, you know, certain ways and stuff. I don't mind that. You know, like I definitely want like softer counterpart when it comes to like personality traits, like just being softer, understanding, you know, easy to talk to, etc. Right? But when it comes to exterior traits, I don't like it unless it's a woman. Like if it's a woman, then I like it. I don't know how to explain that or where that came from, but when men do it, I just don't like it. Okay, so that's what it is with fem men. However, I still be friends with them though. I like to hang out with them. I don't feel like judged. I don't feel no kind of way like by being seen with them in public. I don't feel like I don't care about people's opinions. So I do like being friends with them though, but just not. I just don't have a sexual attraction. Okay, and then when it comes to trans women, to me, trans women never transition well enough to be considered to be looked at like a woman to me. I'm just being honest. I can always tell. If I can tell, that ruins the whole thing. I feel like you're supposed to pass. That's why trans men win with them because they pass. I mean, you can never tell with them. Like you look at them and be like, you was really born a girl, but you got a whole face of hair. You look at a trans woman and you can see the Adam's apple. You can see the broad shoulders. You can see all of the manly aspects. I have yet to meet. I've met an Asian dude, an Asian trans women transition and look like a real woman because they already have softer counterparts. But black men, man, our features is too strong. Like we're the most masculine, dominant male. So when you try to turn us into a woman or feminize us, it don't translate well. And that's just my honest opinion. I can always tell, and that's what ruins it. One, and then two, if I was a straight, even if I'm not a straight man, like if I was to actually think that you was a woman, and I go down there to get some pussy and you ain't got one, I'm gonna be mad. Like straight up. All right, so that's the first part, and then when you do think about considering it, when they can't have your kid, then it's like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? It's like, and you know, a lot of people may say that this is misogynistic, but I'm gonna just say it because a lot of people don't want to keep it 100. But like, a lot of the large reasons why a lot of men be attracted to women is because they can reproduce, y'all. Like, I don't think that a lot of women, and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, every woman can't reproduce and all that. Yeah, but the man does not know that until he finds that out. Like, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about men. A lot of straight men, especially, have an urge to procreate, okay, and all of that. I'm trying to tell you, there's a lot of straight men. If they found out that you couldn't have a baby, they would be very turned off, okay. Like it's not just some. It's not really misogynistic. It's just a part of human nature, I think. And that's not just to say that women are only good for reproducing, because that's not the case. They're human beings just like the rest of us, and they deserve everything that we deserve. It's just we're attracted to each other in different ways. Women be attracted to men for certain ways as well. That's why they don't date bisexual men, because they want a macho figure. They want the vibrato male. They want the alpha figure of a male. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they be attracted to men for. If a man couldn't provide, they wouldn't be attracted to no man. That's been wired in the women. You know what I'm saying? So what's been wired in the men? Y'all think we just been wired to love y'all just because y'all look good? A lot of it becomes because y'all can have our babies. I'm just keeping it 100. Okay? So I feel like that's another thing. And then I have learned something about me, that I do not like feminine energy on masculine figure. I mean, I don't like masculine, my bad, that's reverse. I don't like masculine energy on feminine counterparts. I do not like that. Like, if you are a woman, like, I need you to I need that to literally ooze out of your aura. Like, femininity needs to ooze out of your aura. Y'all be trans women, but y'all be still masculine a lot, and I don't think a lot of people address that. You know what I'm saying? Men are not attracted to masculine women like that. Like, unless you're bisexual, like I said. And that's why a lot of these niggas are suspect nowadays, because a lot of these women are masculine. So y'all get where I'm going, but like that's why they don't like modern. That's why they don't like traditional men, because traditional men do not like feminine. I mean, do not like masculine women. We don't like when feminine people act masculine. This is another issue with femboys. No matter how feminine a man is, he still has masculine traits. And I would prefer you to show up as a man and masculine and then present your masculine traits. I could respect that. But when you show up flamboyant and like a girl and then you express masculine traits, it's a turnoff. I don't know why, it just is. We do not like, or I'm going to say the majority of these men, because I think majority agree with me. It's easier to put on masculinity than it is to put on femininity. When y'all put on femininity, y'all don't do it right. Like I said, most of y'all wasn't raised by feminine women. Y'all was raised by single women, which is a masculine woman, because she has to adapt to putting on masculine traits to survive and take care of everything on her own. So if you're raised by that and then you're a trans woman, well, the very woman that you got your womanism from wasn't even fully feminine. So y'all be stepping into that light, but y'all don't do it right. All right? Facts. Like 100. Every trans woman that I know wants to be a hoochie. I have rarely seen a trans woman be a lady. Like, if you gonna rep womanhood, rep it in a classy, respectable way too. All women are not sluts. All right? And yeah, like when femboys do it, like I said, I like it opposite. I like masculine people doing feminine stuff. I don't like feminine people doing masculine stuff. Like, you dress like a boy, like you dress like a girl, you act like a girl, and then you got the nerve to try to, like, I'll give y'all an example. Like, femboys, y'all still men, right? Y'all still want to be respected as men, but then y'all want to be treated like women, and that is a contradiction to me. I'm gonna look at you like a man, respect you like a man, treat you like a man, and treat you with respect. Or I'm gonna treat you like a woman, look at you like a woman, and treat you with respect, but also look at you like a woman. Feminine boys act like a girl and act flamboyant and all that. We expect you to be soft. We expect you to be submissive. We expect you to be easy to talk to and stuff. Like, we expect you to have a lot of feminine traits, and when y'all don't, it is such a turn off. Like, you're not about to come over here acting like a girl, and then when you're not easy to talk to, you're not compassionate, you're not sensitive, you're not fucking supportive, you're just like every other dude. That is not cute. That is such a turn off. That is so annoying. I don't know how else to put it. Um, the reason why it's sexy when masculine people put on feminine energy is because it's like a catch. It's like, oh, you thought you was so hard, but look at you now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's cute. Not, oh, you were just being so girly and now you're acting like a man. That's not attractive. I don't know too many people who say that is attractive. When masculine people do it, it's attractive because it's like, oh, you're swallowing your pride. Oh, you're being soft. Oh, you taking dick. Oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I don't know. It could be a way we were wired, conditioned, whatever. But I'm just speaking my truth. All right. And what else would I like to say about this? Yeah, I mean, that's basically the best way to put it. When I see feminine people, y'all don't, basically what I'm saying is femininity is not easily mastered, and it's not easily mimicked or manipulated or nothing. Like, femininity is a divine energy, y'all. Like, it's really needed, and a lot of people is getting washed out of them, you know what I'm saying, just by all kinds of stuff with society, social media, all that. People's defense mechanisms to keep themselves from being hurt, people's self-preservation tactics is what's making everyone so masculine energetically, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what keeps you from having empathy. That's what keeps you from caring about what somebody else is talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that is required for a masculine man to thrive. Masculine people need feminine, energetic counterparts. Your exterior can be whatever. You can act masculine, look masculine as much as you want to. But if, when I come in and I need somebody to talk to, and if, you know, are you soft? Are you a soft place to land on? That's all that we really care about, for real. That means more. That's why a lot of these dudes is taking y'all's men, ladies, is because the men is starting to catch on to, like, okay, well, if y'all not getting ready to submit, but this gay dude gonna submit, he gonna do what I want, all this other stuff, right? And like, y'all don't want, basically what I'm saying is, y'all don't want no gay dudes or no like bisexual dudes like myself to catch on and start taking on y'all's feminine traits, and then y'all not, because yeah, y'all don't want that, you know what I'm saying? So, because then they'll just be like a roommate with us, fuck with us, and then they'll just still go off and get them some pussy every now and then, because that's basically all that they're doing. They're just sitting around paying all the bills on their own, so they might as well just go ahead, you know, shack up with a dude. You know, at least they'll get the feminine counterparts that they're looking for out of the gay dude, and then they can go get them some pussy every now and then type stuff. Still get y'all pregnant, whatever they want to do with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But the relationship and shit and all that's gonna go out the window if y'all don't soften up. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, don't matter if you gay, straight, bisexual. If you are a masculine counterpart in a relationship, you are going to require feminine energy. Not flamboyant, not looking like a girl, not acting like a girl, but you need to be soft. You need to be submissive. This is what we're looking for. This is what we mean by femininity, for real, for real. So, yeah, it's a contradiction to be a flamboyant dude, but then you're still a man on the inside. It just doesn't. I mean, that's why you may still get fucked, but after that, you a headache, and y'all be really fucking like trying to own and trying to like act like it's cute to be complicated. I see that a lot on social media too. Oh, if he ain't complicated, he ain't worth it. Da-da-da-da. Nah, nigga. We don't nobody want none of that. That's that little boy childish stuff that's gonna have fun with you. You know, the little, infatuated stage, have fun, the little lustful stuff, and then, they'll move on eventually. Like, but for something solid, like you need to become a balance. No masculine person wants you to be masculine right along with them. That is a contradiction and it is a turnoff. That's the reason why a lot of men are complaining about women, modern day women. That whole thinking like a man thing, women acting like men, turn men off. Yeah, we're gonna still fuck you because you got the body parts and stuff, but we don't want to be with that. You know what I'm saying? So, feminine dudes, y'all need to for real embody feminism and then y'all will look better. I'm gonna be honest, you know what I'm saying? But that is scary to a lot of people. It's honestly, it feels threatening. Like I come around certain feminine people and I'm thinking y'all supposed to be welcoming and nice and stuff like women are, and then y'all be like evil and nasty and shady and aggressive and just, man, that's a turnoff, bro. Like that is uncomfortable. It feels like you're like kind of like what's old girl name on Players Club? Not Diamond, but not Tricks, Rodney. Like Ronnie. Like you just like chill out with all that. You know what I'm saying? Like damn, like that shit cool in certain ways. You know, it's good in movies. It's good for entertainment. It's good for, they make you laugh. Like I said, like it's good to be friends with them. It's good for entertainment and all that. Like that's why they the life of the parties. You know what I'm saying? That's why ballroom scene be lit. That's why all that be lit. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to relationships, that is a throw off for most men. Just speaking for like what I have seen from most men and including myself. All right. And it's like nowadays nobody wants to be feminine because that is looked at as weak and it's looked at like that's what's ran over and cheated on and all this other stuff. But that is what creates balance, and that leads me to my next topic. So this is the reason why a lot of us may come off misogynistic, but I'm about to go ahead and put it on point real quick. The reason why a lot of men don't respect women or feminine counterparts, and within myself speaking as a bisexual man, why I would have a lack of respect for women and feminine men is because, or bottoms, I'll say that, in bottoms, receivers of penetration, is because y'all have the power to get what y'all want and demand the respect that y'all deserve, and y'all don't utilize it because y'all are just as thirsty as men or as tops. And that's where this balance it's all messed up, and that's why we're seeing this switch going on in the straight community because y'all don't want to restrain from sex. See, that's where y'all's power is. When y'all give up y'all sex easily, when we can come and put our dicks inside y'all and fuck on y'all, and we can go to the next and it's nothing. We don't have to work for it or nothing. That throws men's biology off. Men are wired to work and chase after their prey, whatever you want to call it, after their mate, their whoever they're attracted to, whatever. Like when you don't make us chase, when we don't have to do nothing, we don't have to work for it, when it doesn't have no kind of like what we internalize as worth having is worth working hard for. Whatever how hard we had to get it is how much it's worth. Y'all think worth is what y'all consider yourselves. That's your own self worth. That ain't got nothing to do with your worth to another man. Alright? We look at it like that. So when you give it up easily to people like that and you let them come inside your body and all that, and y'all have adapted the same mindset that we did, the detachment where we don't have feelings and all that stuff, when we do people and we don't really care, and they don't really have a strong embark on us unless we have feelings for them. See, men develop feelings based on after the lust phase passes, and that's when a man's love and attraction truly comes in. If we can't get past the lust phase, and if you give us the cookie easily, then we never can get to the love phase. You get what I'm saying? Because why? Why? What's the point? That's why it seems like every man wants something that they can't have, and that's not necessarily the case. It's just that the people that is not sleeping with them is giving them that chase feel. So it may be because they're not interested in them, but it shouldn't just be because they're not interested. That's what I'm trying to say. You're supposed to be withholding that from a nigga that you interested in so that you can get him to like you more. You know what I'm saying? But instead, y'all think if you give it up to the nigga that you're interested in, that'll make him like you more. But really, that does the opposite. Men are not wired like that. So that's why I be telling y'all bottoms quit being hoes. Y'all think I be telling y'all that because I'm trying to say, oh, it's okay for tops to do it. It ain't okay for nobody to do it. You know what I'm saying? But we can compartmentalize it. And if y'all can, that's even a turnoff because, like I said, that's acting like a man. We want you and we expect you to be sensitive about that. To be when we fuck y'all get emotional. We like that. We like pick me's and emotional, sensitive motherfuckers. Yes, we do. Any man that tells you opposite, he's lying. Or, like I said, he's the bitch in the relationship. That's why he don't mind you being more dominant than him. Which means that he's literally the opposite of the men that y'all say y'all want, which is alphas and all that. Them is the betas, and y'all gonna fuck with them because they straight. But a real, a lot of tops, like a lot of like bisexual men, bisexual tops is real alphas because we're apex predators. If a straight dude is a alpha, then what would a bisexual dude be? If I can climb aboard a man and a woman and conquer them and dominate them, but straight men only dominate women, which is easy because women are made to be dominated. What would that make a bisexual man that can do both? That would make me an apex predator. I'm actually more dominant than the straight dude. But y'all consider them dominant because they choose to only sleep with you. That just means they only have an attraction to you sexually. That doesn't mean that they're actually even like loving of women. That just means that they just prefer vagina. And that's probably because they haven't been exposed to nothing else. Like, my point is, bisexuality needs to be accepted because it is the majority and it is what our nature is. Straight and gay was forced on us as a construct, okay? All right, and then what else did I want to say about this? Yeah, y'all. Basically, that's why a lot of women are single. That's why a lot of femboys are finding themselves single a lot because, but then I get it. If you withhold, everybody else gonna give it up. So then what? They gonna still respect you more though. They gonna respect you more. You gonna be the one that they gonna be. You don't want to be the one that is used as a stepping stone. No way, y'all. Stop trying to be begging to be somebody who is entertained. If that's all you want, well then quit complaining about the dating field and stuff because we can all get laid whenever we want. The only thing that's hard for us to obtain in this lifestyle is a true relationship. So if it ain't about that, then you don't even need to be complaining about this shit. And yeah, y'all, that was my mindset. I feel like all of us was supposed to be tops, and then we was only supposed to be getting topped by dudes that we fell in love with and stuff. Like that's what my mindset on bottoming was. I felt like that was a sacred thing. I don't look at bottoming like, oh, we're both dudes, and just because I'm a bottom doesn't mean that I don't get to have sex as many people as you do. If you get to do it, I get to do it too, and all this other stuff. I don't look at it like that. I look at it like just like I look at it like for myself. I'm not bottoming unless that is something that I am permanently in for the long haul. Marriage type stuff, in love, been together for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like that is not no like that is something that you give to the person that you fall that you end up with for the rest of your life. That is sacred to me. I don't look at bottoming like it is just a sexual act that you're supposed to just be doing. We are men. We not supposed to just be letting niggas just climb in and out of us like that. If you allow a nigga to climb inside you, it's supposed to be something special. Straight up. So that's why I've chosen tops and straight dudes because they are not giving their cakes up. It's natural for men to just fucking hump anything. That's natural for us, to me. What really is like doing something with a man is when you get inside him. Because that is not our, we have the ability to do that because we got the prostate and everything, but that's not something that we just, I don't feel like, I feel like the reason why it's so painful and everything the first time and all that, like, is because we're not supposed to be doing that all the time with random people. I hold it up to a higher standard. So when I meet a top or a dude that ain't been smashed like that, I hold him up to a higher standard because, or a higher value because to me, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's fucking niggas like he's supposed to. We supposed to. He's fucking bitches like he's supposed to. That's what we supposed to do as men. But when you out here getting penetrated by a bunch of different dudes, that to me is not natural. I feel like that is something that you do when it is sacred and special when you are doing that. All right. So, yeah, in my opinion, I should have never got as much ass as I did. But because y'all are just as horny as us, y'all give it up so easily, I'm not getting ready to turn it down. But it didn't ever mean nothing. It never meant nothing unless I was actually in love with you. You know what I'm saying? Or if I was like dating you and I had feelings for you. Like all the dudes that I done climbed on top of and busted a nut and then hopped off and never thought about, never gave a fuck about, I feel sorry for them. That's why I talk like this about bottoms. Okay? So that we can just have an understanding since we act like we don't understand. Y'all hold all the power and y'all don't utilize it, and y'all giving all men and masculine figures the power, and now y'all mad. But y'all still can take it back, but y'all won't because y'all know that the competition is gonna give it up. That's where your real self-worth needs to come in. Stop competing with motherfuckers who ain't getting nothing but getting their heart broken. Alright? Straight up. Basically, I look at the top and the straight dude as somebody, or basically I look at the top as somebody who just value themselves and they ain't allow nobody to run up in them. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at the tops. I don't look at them like, all of them are just straight up tops. Now, if I find out that you really are a top like myself, then I'll gracefully bow out and let you be. But I, in my experience, have found out that most bisexual men or gay men, if they're tops, bottoms, versatile, whatever, they are able to be penetrated. You just have to be the right nigga to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I look at tops like they're just picky bottoms and stuff, and that they have been the ones that respected themselves enough to not allow anybody to just run up in them. That's my opinion. And so yeah, then that leads me to the last question. Have I ever dated a femboy or would I ever date a femboy? Okay, so would I ever date a femboy again? Probably not. Hopefully I don't even date nobody else no more, honestly. You know what I'm saying? But have I ever dated him? Yes, I have. I have stepped out of my comfort zone and I have dated a femme guy. I've dated a couple guys that a few people would consider femme, but I consider femme different than what I think a lot of people consider femme. But yes, in my definition, I have dated somebody that I consider flamboyant and feminine. They were flamboyant, all that. But where I decided not to deal with that person at was because I realized that regardless of how flamboyant or masculine the man is, he's still going to be manly. Or I've seen that. I have not yet met a femboy that mastered femininity. So I look at femboys as just masculine dudes dressed up as girls. You know what I'm saying? And that's a contradiction to me. So he was basically just as masculine, just as challenging. Well, not just as. I'll say he did have submissive ways and submissive counterparts, but it was just they want to be treated like women a lot, I find, and I have a hard time treating, even though I naturally do treat dudes like bitches, you know what I'm saying, but they want it in a different way where I can't respect it because you're not a woman, so I can't do certain stuff like that, and I can't really put my finger on it. Well, I'll just say this. Basically, dude was always pressing me about sex, and um, that was just hella masculine to me. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, nigga, like, chill. Let me want to fuck you. Let me want to hit you up. Stop initiating everything. Like, sit back, relax, and chill. Play your part and let me step up to the plate type shit. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, this is what I'm talking about. This is all masculine energy, So it's just like, yeah, he didn't know how to master it, feminine energy, and then just other things that was about him personally that has nothing to do with just being a feminine dude or flamboyant dude, because other than that, I was cool with him, you know what I'm saying? So I think I could have definitely very well dated a femboy and been in a relationship with them if they were actually feminine, and then they look like a dude. Like, you gotta look like a dude. Like, flamboyant to me is like, it's an aura. I can't really explain it, but I guess I might put some examples. Like, this is an example of a feminine dude that has feminine traits that I still allow to pass and consider him masculine enough to date. But over here, this is a flamboyant dude that is oozing out flamboyant, wants to be a woman energy, and that is what I consider like too feminine or too flamboyant. You know what I'm saying? So that's just an example. But so that's it for this one, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. Baby, how much I really take.